West Monroe uses AI to accelerate clients' data journeys, standing up new platforms faster, speeding migrations, and getting more from their data. Today we'll dive into the last of these: how Sherlock, our Hopper Studio agent, helps clients extract value from their data continuously on a cadence. Sherlock helps clients go from a broad business question to a recurring briefing of verified, actionable findings, without anyone writing a query or building a dashboard. I'll walk through a provider revenue cycle use case. We want to recover the money payers underpay us against our contracts, without a team of analysts hand-auditing millions of claim lines. The magic here is that Sherlock isn't a dashboard, and it isn't chat with your data. A dashboard only shows you what you already decided to track. A chat tool only answers the question you already know to ask. Sherlock investigates a standing brief on its own, and surfaces the findings you'd never have thought to ask for. Let me show you how that works. The first thing we do is define the contract. The contract is Sherlock's standing brief. It tells Sherlock what business concern to investigate, which tables it's allowed to use, and how often to run. Here the brief is simple. Find the gap between what the payer paid and what our provider-payer contracts actually entitle us to. We point it at our claims, remittance, and contract terms tables, and we set it to run every week. Notice we are not telling it which providers or which claims to look at. Finding that is its job. Now we kick off the run and flip over to the live board. What's happening behind the scenes is that Sherlock is funding a team of scout agents, each one a named detective working a different angle. One chases clause-by-clause underpayment, another stop-loss carve-out misses, another annual escalator misses, another charge capture leakage. Each scout writes and runs its own sequel against the contract's data, and you can watch them investigate in real time. After running for a few minutes, Sherlock hands back a briefing, not a dashboard. Let's take a look. The headline finding: 3 high-cost inpatient claims for a single provider were paid at the DRG-based amount instead of the contract's stop-loss carve-out. A $90,000 underpayment, with every appeal window still open. And it shows its work. The exact claims, the specific contract clause being misapplied, the recommended action, the appeal deadline, and the sequel you can rerun to verify it yourself. Sherlock builds the case. Our revenue cycle team decides whether to file. It never rebills or appeals on its own. And that's one verified finding. Alongside several more, the scouts surfaced across charge capture and clause underpayment, together worth a few $100,000, already queued for review. What would have taken a team of analysts weeks of hand auditing, if they even knew which claims to pull, Sherlock did on its own in minutes. And it runs again next week. That's the full Sherlock flow. From a broad brief to a briefing of verified, actionable findings, powered by real investigation, not just a chat box over your data.